The leadership has been developed since ancient time. People form a group, choose their leader to guide them and ensure their survival. But what defines a leader? The dictionary definition of a leader is the person who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. But that is the most basic definition of a leader. The modern day leader is much more than that. Often, leaders are mistaken for people who are in highly ranked positions and simply give orders to others. Leadership is a quality rather than just a position. Just because someone gets promoted to a new job, that doesn't instantly make them leaders now. Leaders can be found anywhere in an organization. Even some organizations expect all of their employees to show their leadership qualities, regardless of their role or position in the company. Another common misconception is that leaders always have to lead or overlook everything, which isn't the case. Even though it is believed that leaders know everything, they don't. At times, leaders need to take a step back and allow others to take charge of situations when suitable. They have to rely on the strengths of other team members and have confidence in their abilities to complete any given task. So, what makes a good leader? Sir Winston Churchill once said that the price of the greatness is responsibility. But is that leadership all about responsibility? Let's see some examples that happened to me in real life.
As a successful leader, my duty includes connecting the teammates and make sure the whole group contributes to the same goal. Once, I was fighting basketball on school showgrounds, and we separated the players randomly. I was allocated to a team which barely had anyone who can play well but me. Anyway, I'm not likely to be a guy who could just easily throw in the towel. Therefore, I have to take the responsibility to encourage the teammates and connect them as part of the machine. To ensure everyone can contribute and try to win the game. As a leader, I want the taller man to enhance the rebound and try his best to block more shots from the opponent. The nimble member, I ask him to look after the enemy's point guard and do the offense outside as harder as possible. Then, I take care of their leader who's an honorable opponent. At last, we take the win of the first round of the game. Even we lost the final match, but we make our own fight and prove one thing, that basketball is a team sport. Connecting with teammates properly could demonstrate everyone's maximum potential. Connecting teammates is the key to retain everyone's contributes and also the positive method to maintain a relationship among the group members. A good leader should be able to guide their team towards their goal. Working on the details of a project, the team might lose sight of the bigger picture. So what do you think about how to guide a team as a leader? And I want to share another example of my own experience. Last year, I was working on a small project with 4 other people. The goal was vague, and our only source of information was unreliable. Nobody was particularly interested in the project, so nobody stepped up to lead. Everybody had some idea in their head what the product should look like and how it should work. So everybody was assigned a section of the project to write, and there was almost no further communication. Unfortunately, no 2 of these loose designs were the same. When we tried to assemble our respective parts into a single product, it soon became obvious that our disjoint, uncoordinated efforts would not produce an acceptable result. Features which required more than one section of our code, if they worked at all, were extremely error-prone and difficult to use. There was often overlapping but incompatible functionality between 2 sections. Several weeks into the project, the group finally sat down to discuss the growing issues. One of our group unified the competing designs and took the responsibility for the overall design of the project. Finally, our team had someone to look for guidance. Design decisions were made with a purpose in mind, rather than arbitrarily cobbled together in whatever way was easiest at the time. We had lost several weeks to our aimless wandering, but we still succeed in building a complete product. Were it not for the guidance provided by this member of the team, the project might never have been finished. A good leadership requires conflict resolution skills. Leadership can be presented from multiple skills, such as quickly relieve stress, recognize and manage emotions, improve nonverbal communication skills, use humor and play to deal with challenge. During teamwork, as a leader, need to make the relationship as priority. Being respect of the others is better than winning the argues. It's an important ability for a leader is to see the reality of the current situation instead of assigning blame and focus on how to solve the problem together. In addition, the conflicts may not be worthy of spending our time on it, because there could be dozens of work for the whole team to work on, not sit there and argue about what cover page is going to be used for the report. And the most important point for a leader is willing to forgive. It's too hard to resolve the conflict if a leader is unable to forgive. Most situations that leader may find out the conflict is going nowhere, then agree to disagree could be a good choice to disengage and move on. However, leadership is not as simple as management. Leadership and management, these two words are surely confused with each other, but they are not the same thing. Although leadership and management are different, they go hand in hand. The main difference between leaders and managers is that leaders have people follow them while managers have people who work for them. Leadership is about getting people to understand and believe in your vision and to work with you to achieve your goals, while managing is more about administering and make sure the day-to-day things are happening. I will present some short sentences to show you the differences between these two. The manager maintains, but the leader develops. The manager focuses on systems and structures, however the leader focuses on people. The manager asks how and when, the leader asks why, what and why. The manager administers, the leader innovates. There was a time when the calling of the manager and that of the leader could be separated in this modern day, where value comes from the knowledge of people is increasing, and where workers are no longer undifferentiated cogs in an industrial machine. Management and leadership are not easily separated. People look to their managers not just to assign them a task, but to define for them a purpose. And managers must to organize workers not just to maximize efficiency, but to nurture skills, develop talent, and inspire results. In summary, leadership is all about these following points: conflict resolution, taking responsibility, encouraging and motivating teammates, connecting with teammates, guiding, ensure contributes. A good leadership can push the team to achieve their expectation. However, leadership can be much more complicated than this. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed our video.